Is this bad form that he can come through because the team is getting better, or is he the one actually holding us back?
I think for me, it's just who he is, isn't it? This is what Bruno Fernandes has always been. I think for me, he's just covered it up with goals and assists. And people say, but it's not only just goals and assists. But I believe, for me, I like to see good footballers in it. And for me, Eriksen is a good footballer. I just look at Bruno Fernandes and listen. The comments, they cooked me. A couple of weeks ago, they were like, "How dare you say that?" But it's not how dare you say that anymore, man. Like, for me, he's now getting exposed. Like, generally, guys. Before, he wasn't really getting exposed because the team technically wasn't at that level. Now, I can't lie to you. We got some good technical players. Amad Diallo, Christian Eriksen, Obi Mainu, Lisandro, De Ligt, Onana, Mazarawi, Xerxes. Like, generally, like our team now, when you look at it, the technical level and flooring now is at a high. So he now is getting exposed because he's in a system where now we've seen in a passage of play in a space of a minute give the ball away 3 times. And people started to blame Mazarawi. People started to blame that player. But ultimately, the person that was trying to force the ball, and why I said he was a detriment, is because we're trying to keep the ball. We're trying to keep possession. And he's there just playing hoofball, or he's trying to force it. The guy in the box here decided to do the back heel. Who does that? Seriously. You know who does that? Bruno Fernandes does that. I just think for me, it's like, it's silly. And the manager needs to drop him. He needs to drop him now. You could easily play Højlund up front and play Xerxes in that position if you want to. You could play Eriksen in that position. You could even play Kobe Mainoo in that position. Like, generally, guys, all you have to do is keep the ball. System dried up. The goals have now dried up to the level that people used to see him as. They've dried up. Let's be honest. I think he got 7 assists last season. I don't know if I'm correct there, Owen. You might have to go and check. But if you look at his numbers are so you can't even say, like, before you'd be like, he's our savior. He's this, he's that. Now his numbers have dried up. What is Bruno Fernandes going to offer us? And what right now he's doing, he's actually becoming a detriment, because it's like, when we're trying to do things, he's stopping the flow of the game. We actually now conceded attacks because of Bruno Fernandes. And I just think, for me, it's not personal with Bruno Fernandes. I just don't think we need him anymore. We just don't need him anymore. We don't need
hero. You feel like the team's moved on? You think the team's moved on now? And
the team has to move on. The team has to move on. It really, really has to move on from Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Not just only him. I made them 2 names from there because I just feel like, for me, it's like, yeah, people are right now because there's a lack of goals and whatnot. But if you want to build a team, you have to build the foundation of the team first. Can we keep the ball? You've seen that. We're keeping the ball a little bit better. Is there control? Yes. That transition football has to stop now. You have to have a team start. And ultimately, with Bruno Fernandes now, why he's getting exposed? Because we don't really need him anymore. Xerxes can do the things that Bruno thinks he can do. Drop in his shoulders, keep it going, little give and goals, hold up play. That's what Bruno Fernandes, what Xerxes can do. And I just think, for me, you know what? No, he can do that.
Xerxes can do the thing Bruno thinks he could. So yeah, I get it, because they're chalk and cheese in terms of the way that they play.
Season, all comes.
Look at Xerxes in the Crystal Palace game. He set up 3 potential goals in that game, literally on a plate. So when we're saying Bruno Fernandes can do that, Xerxes shown he can do that on a plate. Put it on a plate for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes decided to do a Trevella. What are you doing Trevella for, man? Put the ball and lace it. I genuinely think Eriksen in that position would have scored that. Eriksen's ball striking ability is better than Bruno's.
Probably taking him with his left foot as well.
Eriksen actually can place the ball right in the. You see, like, it's Barnsley. People say it's Barnsley, but look at the way he just puts that into the net. It's clean. There's actually a ball. Bruno, yeah, he might do the odd one, curler and bender, and you've seen that. I think it was against Man City where it was offside. You could do the odd that here and there, but I'm telling you now, guys, like with Xerxes, he can offer you them things.
But weren't you one? But with this Eriksen thing though, or basically that he's better than Bruno now, or should be playing there, and I get it because in.
I'm not saying he's better than Bruno, but for what we're doing now, I'm saying we don't need We don't need Bruno Fernandes. You could put Eriksen in the 10 if you want to. And actually, you're keeping the ball better. Bro, like, even Mainu now. Look at Mainu recently when Eriksen's been in the team. Like, he's keeping the ball better as well. He feels a bit more comfortable. So I just think for me, Bruno is very, very limited in what he can do. Like, when the ball has to be forced in behind in this transition football, maybe you might get the best of him. But right now, we're trying to keep the ball. There's not overlapping runs from Mazraoui and Dalot anymore. They're tucked in now and they're inverted. So them dynamics have changed now. But like I said, nothing's personal. I just think for me, it's crazy how everyone's now talking about this now. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? Like, this is always.
I feel like everyone's talking about it because he's in bad form. I don't think he.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you're saying he's always been like this.
Because the goal assist is drying up. Let's be honest. If the goal, let me ask you a question though. This is a damning thing here. If the goal assists weren't there, if the goal assists were there, would we be having this conversation right now? Yes or no?
If the goals and assists were there, no, we wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. But for me,
would he be doing his job though?
No, but I get he's doing his job, yeah. But the thing is, for me, is like the goal and assist sometimes cause the performances of players, and he's one of the prime examples of that. It's like he'll get an assist here, and everyone's like, "What?" But he got the assist, guys. Against Southampton, he weren't that. He would have got assist against Southampton. Everyone would have been like, "Nah, but he played well. He played amazing." And I just think for me, it's like I look at the overall game, goals and assists. They kind of make everything like, you know what, everything's cool. That's the way I kind of look at it anyway. So
KG, so Saeed saying we don't need him anymore. Team's got better and we don't need him. Xerxes can do everything Bruno's doing. Yeah, and more. I assume you're saying that, Saeed. Like he's fine. You got Xerxes. Eriksen can do it. They keep the ball better than him. We don't need him anymore.
It's crazy. I think this is just the Man United cycle that we go on over and over again. We've done it like we do it all the time, and I think Bruno's the new person that we're going to discuss, or it's going to be maybe the new scapegoat, because it's hard to really understand, because at some points we go, well, this team's been bad for 3 years. We blame the manager style of play and the manager not getting the best out of the Sanchos and all these other players that have come and gone and stuff. And then, but on Bruno, it's definitely not going to be the manager, right? It's definitely just Bruno just messes it up, and everything we want to do doesn't work because Bruno's there. Now what we've done is we've got a new player in, and I like the fact that Xerxes is here, and I think what you need to do is be able to drop a player when he's not in form. Bruno right now is not in form. It doesn't mean we don't need him. He's just not playing the way we need Bruno to play. And it's that thing about when these players sign these bumper contracts and there is a dip in form. We've seen it over and over again with players. We saw it, probably Liverpool can say they saw it with Salah at a time, with the, what he didn't deliver and he didn't offer. I know and maybe this is a force equivalent, but then I know in times you say, well, it's just GA. Yeah, but then I'm telling you, there's moments in the game where I know Haaland is not involved in the game, but those goals, they mean something. It's a part of it. You can't say it doesn't play any big part of the game. We need goals and assists for us to get through a game. We need that part. And there's times where Bruno will turn up with the moment. There's times where Bruno will find that important pass. Bruno is tracking back. Bruno is running. Xerxes just arrived. And what we'll do is we're probably gonna hype up. I understand he's a striker, but I'm saying that there's the final third passes that Bruno's finding, the passes in behind. And guess what? It's one of those players that, again, like anyone that comes here, we say we're big enough, we don't need him. We'll let him go. He'll be fine. He's another one of those ones that are going to go into, and then guess what's going to happen? There's going to be comps and all these other stuff of all the Man United fans. Because if they tell me they miss Wan-Bissaka and they miss all these media players.
I don't think people miss Wan-Bissaka.
I'm telling you, no, I'm saying that. I'm saying, the media ones, guess what's going to happen when we let go of a player like that? Because we do all the time. There's people that are saying we should never got rid of Elanga. But when Elanga was here, they said he's not fit to wear the Man United shirt. So
they're the same people that were saying that Ahmad was playing bad at the weekend as well. These people.
We just do this thing, though. All I'm saying is we do this thing with all these players where it's kind of like maybe he's hyped up a bit. But I don't understand right now, in the moment, he's not playing the best football. But to say that we don't need him and we'd be better off without him, it's just not true. And Man United do need Bruno. We do. Like, to act as if we don't, and seeing how much he has done for the club so far, to say that we not needed him, and then now you're going to put on a player that's just arrived, a little bit young. Is he ready? He's not even. You talk about the proof in the pudding, or would you say the sample size being big enough? We've just met this player. We don't know. We don't even know if this is a purple patch or this is just, we do not know. But now we're going to risk it all and say, yeah, we don't need this player, move on. It just feels a bit, it's premature. It's, I just think it's a bit silly, but it's cool. Like, he's in bad form and it fits the narrative right now. But then those things change. As the season goes on, we're going to need Bruno. This season, we are going to need Bruno, and he's going to turn up for us.
You ungrateful lot. A guy carried us for 4 years, now struggling in 4 games. And instead of exploring why, you criticize him. Meanwhile, you praise a bastard who left us for a rival. So you must be talking about Sancho.
Where's he carried us? Where's he carried us to? Could he let him know as well where's he carried us to?
So are we saying we blame Bruno for finishing eighth last season? What do you mean, Saeed? What do you mean by where's he carried us?
But he's saying here, he's carried us. Like, I'm asking, what do you mean carried to where? Like, title, you know, what's the situation? Like, carried what? What's going on?
But where's Bruno taking us then? Where do you get from this?
No, I'm just asking a question. Like, you know, he's put a super chat there. He's carried us. I just wanted to ask, you know, expand on it. Where's he carried us to? That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
No, this is a genuine question.
The question is, yeah. So no, because when someone asked that question with the insinuating of what do you say? If he said he's carried us to high heights, what are you saying to that?
No, but the thing is, so for me, what I don't get from that question is that I feel like he's trying to exaggerate the point of, you know, Man United have become this unbelievable team from Bruno Fernandes. Like, bro, we've not done anything for the past couple of years. I'm not saying that's down to Bruno Fernandes, but he's exaggerated that he single-handedly took United somewhere, and I'm asking him where. That's all I've asked him. What heights?
That's a fair question.
That's all it is.
That's a fair question. Bruno, there isn't one. That's what I'm saying. There isn't one single player. We're not back yet. So all these signings we've made, from Sancho to Ronaldo to all of it, like no one's brought us anywhere.
It's not. I feel like when we talk about last season, or we talk about Bruno's time at the club, and we can't act as if his output hasn't been important for where we need. Even if you can say, like, last season was a blip, but last season we did win the FA Cup, and Bruno was a part of it. You're not going to take him out of it because that's the success. He was a part of that success.
It works both ways, doesn't it, KG? Yeah, it works both ways in that regard. So you could say, yes, he was influential. In the FA Cup final, he got the assist for Kobe Mainoo, but he was also the captain of the Manchester United side that finished 8th. So there's going to be a positive and a negative connotation with that. So I don't understand why we have to go to extreme either way. He's carried us.
Oh, I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying.
You mentioned in the chat about people who said carried us to 8.
Bruno's time here, Bruno has been important and pivotal, even in his first season. Bruno's been an important pivotal player for this club. This player has always been available, always showed up, and tried to actually set a really high standard and been our best signing post Fergie. So we're acting.
Then to Saeed's point, is that carrying the entire club?
No, but then I wouldn't. But then
the answer is no.
But then I wouldn't put, again, when people say, but then you finish 8th with Bruno, it's like, well, wait a minute. Because even when we're talking about, when we discuss this manager, we always say all these players have been mistreated because of the manager style of play, this, that, and the other. But then that allowance doesn't fall for Bruno. He's not in the group of players that are like, if Bruno was playing under a different manager, this is what you'll get from him. That's not allowances to give in there. All the other players that everyone's sad that they need to be freed, it's basically this manager's killing them. But for Bruno, no, it's just fine. Which one is it? Because it's either we finish 8th or we finish bad because we got a shit manager, no one likes him. These are the same people that cuss Bruno, though. So I never
blame Bruno for finishing 8th. I never blame Bruno for finishing 8th.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm talking. I saw in the comment section.
What did the chat say that? Did the chat say that?
Comment section, KG. This comment section again.
Are you telling me today's the first day I've heard the free seats, guys? Come on.
No. But one, and I'm bad for this, but one voice is not the sentiment for everyone, one voice, is it?
Though, but it's something. It's been
or 2 or 3.
You lot acting as if this is the first time I've seen this, and I'm making it up. I'm not making it up.
I'm not saying you're making it up. I'm saying it doesn't represent everyone, does it?